Human, I've returned. I found some things in the wreckage that may have belonged to you. Well, either way, they belong to you now. You were the only person I found alive who made it off that ship. I guess that means it all belongs to you now. Anyway, here. I've brought some things from the salvage that you can utilize to make your stay here a bit more comfortable. Or as comfortable as sleeping in a sea-stranded alcove inhabited by a monstrous man-shark can be. This is one of the provision sacks you can use as a pillow. And I brought back some of the drapes from the captain's quarters to use to keep you warm at night. I also found a few sealed trunks, some with clothes and others with gold and gems. Not much else was dry, though. Tell me, what were you doing on a ship that carried that much valuable cargo across the dark depths? Were you merchants, nobles, misers, or a trade vessel from other continents? Most people around Altera know never to sail in these waters, especially with valuables. The stories and myths of what live here, well, I guess you've seen for yourself firsthand. By the way your ship looked, I could tell you that you were stalled on a rock reef. And that's when Savarn found your vessel. The marks on the ship, the bodies, the ink taste of the water. Your ship was overcome by one of the other beasts who lurk in these waters. He hasn't been exiled here as long as me. In fact, he's relatively young. But that makes his appetites and wrath worse. Your ship was torn asunder by Savarn, whom your kind has dubbed the half-kraken. These waters, they're home to all who were born too different to live in the kingdoms of Aquinas. Many of the merfolk who dwell in these dark waters are victims to the same curse as I. The curse of unluck at birth. And they only want to live out the rest of their lives in peace, away from the persecution of the human folk and our own kind. There's not many of us, though, and we don't usually get along. But then Savarn came. He terrorizes any ship that dares cross his side of the depths. While I live in this portion of the waters, he lives in the southern region, and a few others live north of here. And we don't cross into each other's territory. That's our understood rule. I guess you're just lucky that your ship was close to my region, or else you may not have survived the night after. I don't claim to be a saint. I've taken down many ships in my time here, but I only attack slave vessels carrying captives of my people. But Savarn, he just likes the thrill of the kill. He's insatiable. And that's why it's probably best for you to stay here for now. He doesn't usually let anyone live, even if it means breaking the border rule. But as long as you're in my cove, your safety is sure. I'm still the largest beast to roam these waters. Now, you should look through those trunks and see if any of the clothes fit you. Why do I stay in the water? Well, I would prefer not to shift to my legs with guests over. It's not that I can't. It's just inappropriate. Being as large as I am, I usually have nothing to cover myself with when I do. And none of these clothes I found in those trunks would fit me, I assure you. Huh? The drapes? Well, I suppose. I do miss the feeling of stretching my legs. Here. Could you hand me one? Thank you. Watch yourself. Well, there it is. Do I surprise you? Still far beyond human, I'm afraid. Huh? My scars? Oh, yes. The marks given to my tail carry over to my legs. They are one and the same, after all. You know, it's been too long since I've seen my own feet. I almost forgot how close I feel to human when I'm like this. Still way taller, though. Feeling the rock beneath my toes, the cold air brush my legs, the freedom of my... Huh? Oh, sorry, was I rambling? It's just... It's a weird process for us. So, this is what I look like outside of the water. Just a question. Do you mind if I stay like this for a while and lay down on that makeshift bed as well? It's just been a while since I've slept on anything besides water and rock. Thank you. Asking permission to do something in my own home. What have I gotten myself into? I forgot how comfortable this was. The feeling of being wrapped in a warm blanket to rest, and instead of a dark, cold blanket of water. Do you mind if I stay up here like this tonight? I can sleep on the other end of the cavern if it makes you feel better. I just wanted to know if that would make you feel uncomfortable, knowing that you were sleeping on the same rock as, well, a giant shark beast man. We don't exactly know each other that well either. But I do miss the feeling of walking instead of swimming. Well then, if you're okay with it, then so am I. Perhaps if I go and salvage the sails from the ship as well, I can make you a tent to sleep in, out of the canvas. May keep more of the chill off from the night winds. But I guess that's something I'll just have to do in the morning. It is getting late. And there's not much else to do around here but talk. so I'll save some conversation for tomorrow. Good night, human. I'm glad I finally have someone to talk to now. Uh, um, good night.